Welcome to Instagram. We're just creating a moment before we start reflecting on the subject of awakening the true self. What are your thoughts on this subject? Such a profound thing that there is a true self that we can revive. So the subject today is a beautiful and liberating topic. And I want to give you a simple example. I'm connecting today from Cambridge in the UK. And we get lots of guests here. And imagine we have someone coming from Spain. Say the name is Eva from Spain. And she is an academic and she works and lives in Seville. And she comes to Cambridge for 3 months for her university. She's a researcher, and you know people all the time doing this. So the 3 months coming to Cambridge, and when she's here, she's absolutely clear about who she is and where she's from, and that she's got her complete life and world back in Seville, family, and everything is there. But she's in Cambridge for like 3 months, 4 months, and using all the facilities and has a place to stay and accommodation and involved in her work fully. But the awareness is like she's really clear about that background of hers. And I like this example because the spiritual message is, if we think, reflect a little, it's the same for us. We are actually here for a period of time which is finite, and there's an entrance and we come, and then we also have an exit. But it's just that the ego is totally blocking that bigger picture of this finite period, and kind of interprets this world as the true home and everything. And we lose the bigger picture, which is really just confusion. And awakening the true self is the experience, getting into the experience of this original feeling of the self as this traveler and this starting position, like Eva from Spain. She may be involved here with her research, but it's always clear in her mind where she's from, where she's going. And so the meditation today, it's just to experience, to experiment with the journey and how we can enjoy our true security. So I hope that wherever you are, you have a chance to make yourself feel comfortable wherever you're sitting, and preferably sitting, and just really enjoy this pause, and can choose to a posture that relaxes the body, like a straight back, so the breathing is natural. Consciously taking a deep breath to relax the body further. And a general awareness of our own environment. There may be some noises or movement. This acceptance of the space where we are. To help relax the mind, we are taking an idea of this guest from another place. We can see a guest as a very tiny living light, like a star with a sparkle. Absolutely peaceful and light, living star of peace. helps to focus the mind. See the star. Experience this point of peace. It is this sweet and peaceful living star that is experiencing being a traveler. Light, like any guest, feels very light. No effort, it's so natural to be light when we are guests. Everything feels new. And the noises feel interesting when you're in a new place. Different kinds of birds or ordinary sounds of the traffic is new. With the guest attitude. Very simply, the guest is clear that there is a beginning and an end to every experience. This tiny traveler is also observing the true self is this sweet, sparkling, living light sitting behind the eyes. So peaceful, sweet. And does engage with the world, the body, is also observing this world as an independent living being. We are really playing with this as a perspective. A little subtle feeling. This guest observing. With the awareness being from another place. Guest in this world. So the appreciation of a guest is very easy. The element to add is that for the guest, this physical experience is a secondary space or reality. Just like when we go to a theater and we sit down and we are observing a story reality, another world. A different world. This physical world is like that for this true self, the traveler. As a thought experiment, we can say that everything that happened today was in a play on a grand stage. An experiment. And just see this thought experiment and how it can help the observer feel free. There's freedom to watch any play without getting into any difficult feelings. Even the things of the past are also in the play. Small stage. As a guest, experiencing this play can't actually really own anything there. Just like in the theatre, it stays in the theatre. It makes the mind so clear. And light. So that finally we can choose to step back from the details of this play to this different dimension, the place of true peace and freedom. This sparkling tiny star comes above and beyond the play. Don't need to think of the play. Even may occupy the mind 24/7 otherwise. Come to the home of the guest. And we use the image of a sky for this expanse of unconditional freedom and peace. Just imagine like a lake which is untouched by any movement. It is so pristine and still. Home is like this. Complete peace. The mind doesn't need to think of the play for these moments. It's just experiencing the natural nature of the true self, of innocence and security, sweetness and love. We feel at home with ourselves. We feel the beauty of the true self. It is beyond harm and beyond any inauspicious feeling, not a fragrance or flavor of any sorrow of any kind. So that when we choose to come and visit the amazing play, just with the option to be this honorable guest that comes from another place. It's fun to play with this attitude. Thank you. So just like a recap, it's nice to just see and play with this thought, some tourist coming to your place, or in this case, it was like a scholar coming from another country. They may be very involved with their duty, but they don't forget who they are and where they're from. And so we're really reawakening the subtlety of this truth of ourselves at a different level. So I hope you enjoy your journey in this stage and in the sky, and the reminders to remain in that true self and true peace. Thank you.